Okay, so the last few problems, number 7 starts off with 2 equals log in base 3 of 4x. To solve this out, we're going to do it a little bit differently than we did the other ones. The other ones, we essentially converted them all to logs or to exponents and worked with those exponents or calculated the logs. On this one, what we want to do is not take it from an exponent to a log, but take it from a log to an exponent to solve it. So again, to review real quick, over here we had exponential form and we went to log form. Over here we have log form and we're going to go to exponent form. So this is in y equals log of base b to the x format. A formula that is equivalent to this or equals the same thing is just x equals b to the y. So that means your y is 2, your base is 3, and your x is 4x. So 4x equals b, which is 3, to the y, which is 2. Y is 2. Okay. 3 squared is 9, so 4x equals 9. And to solve for x, we cancel those 4 to get x equals 9 over 4. Let's work on 8, 9, and 10. Okay. So we're going to take the natural log of x squared plus 3 and the natural log of 4. If I'm going to go ahead and take the logs of both sides, basically I can divide through by my logs. And that's going to give me x squared plus 3 equals 4. A little shortcut here. And we're going to subtract 4, or excuse me, add 3. Okay, so plus 3 minus 3 cancels to 0. Plus 4 minus 3 is 1, so x squared equals 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. Let's take the square root of both sides. So the square root of x squared and the square root of 1. If I take the square root of x squared, I get x. And when I take the square root of a variable, I need to include all possibilities, both positive and negative. So x is plus and minus 1. If I put a positive 1 in here, the natural log of 4, right, because 1 plus 3, natural log of 4 equals the natural log of 4, that works. If I put a minus 1 in here, minus 1 squared is positive 1 plus 3 is 4, natural log of 4 equals natural log of 4. Both of these solutions work, so we do not have any extra solutions here. Alright, so what's going on with this one, number 9? We've got log in base b of x equals y, and we're trying to get this into x equals b to the y power. So my base is 8, my x is x squared minus 5, and y is 2/3. And we fill that in with x squared minus 5 equals 8 to the 2/3 power. Alright, remember 8 to the 2/3 we can actually split out, and the denominator, 3, is the root. So we have the cube root of 8. The numerator is the exponent, so the cube root of 8 squared. 8 splits into 2 times 2 times 2. So if I need to split 8 into 3, the cube root, it's going to be 2 times 2 times 2 equals 8. So the cube root of 8 is 2, and 2 squared is 4. So all of this over here is just 4 equals x squared minus 5. We add 5 to both sides, and now we see that x squared is 9. When you take the square root of both sides, you get x equals, and the square root of 9 is going to be plus and minus 3 when we take the square root of a variable. If I put in log in base 8 of 9 minus 5 is 4. So log in base 8 of 4, and that's going to give you 2/3 on the calculator. If you put in a negative 3, that's still going to give you a negative 3 times a negative 3 is a positive 9. 9 minus 5 is 4. So log in base 8 of 4 equals 2/3. On the calculator, that's also true. So both of these solutions work out for you. Number 10. Alright, so remember what's actually happening behind the scenes here is all of these are exponents. And so we can't just add them up that way. We're actually going to need to multiply them because these are exponents. So if I'm adding like bases, if I'm multiplying like bases, I can add the exponents. And here, we're going to multiply x times x plus 2 equals x plus 6. Everything has a log in it, so we can just take a natural log, so we can just take out those logs, and we need to use our operations here. So x times x is x squared, and x times 2 is 2x, and then we have that equaling x plus 6. So we're going to subtract x and 6 from both sides, because this is a quadratic, and to solve it, we want it to equal 0. So minus x cancels, 6 minus 6 cancels, and like we wanted, we have 0 down here now. On the other side, you have x squared, and then 2x minus x is 1x. And then you have this minus 6 over here. The only two factors they're going to work out for you here are 2 and 3. 2 times 3 is 6, and we're trying to get them to add up to a positive 1. So we are going to put this one as the negative and this one as the positive factor. 3 minus 2 is 1, and then negative 2 times positive 3 is negative 6. So my factors are right here, x minus 2 and x plus 3. Those equal 0. When we're ready to make roots, we're going to have to just flip the sign. So x equals negative 2, x equals positive 2, x equals negative 3. Alright, so now we're ready to substitute in. Positive 2, when it goes into here, if you put in a positive 2, you get 2 over here, and then 2 plus 2 is 4. So 4 times 2 is 8. So this whole side equals 8 when x is 2. Over here, you get ln of x, x is 2, 2 plus 6 is 8. So this says ln of 8, and this says ln of 8. That works. Now let's put in a negative 3. Negative 3 goes in over here and over here. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 3 is positive 3. Now if we put a negative 3 over here, we have 6 minus 3. And we're going to have ln of positive 3 over here. So we just need to check on the calculator. When you do that, which one works. If you put in a negative 3 over here, it's not going to come out for you. So this is a no. You're just going to come out with positive 2 for your answer.